All right, everybody, my name is Chris. Restoring a 1964 Triumph TR4. It's sitting right next to me here. Doing some engine rebuild videos. My next video is going to be on getting the pistons installed. There's a saying that I sometimes use, and you guys have probably heard it. It's not uncommon that you can get some stupid tacks. So I'm going to pay some stupid tacks soon here. I was putting the number one piston in, had my compression ring on to compress the rings, and knocking it in with a mallet and the wooden end of a hammer, nice and easy and gentle, what I thought anyway. And unfortunately, I didn't notice that the ring compressor had become cocked a little bit and let the oil ring kind of come loose, smack into the block, and I'm just kind of tapping and started to bind a little bit, and I thought it was just the friction, but it ended up not being that, and I had pinched that oil ring and it ended up snapping it and breaking it. So, you know, I was obviously upset. Not that big of a deal, however. A set of piston rings for, you know, all 4 cylinders, normally 50 or 60 bucks. Yeah, not for these. So I got 89 millimeter pistons, so they're the larger ones. They, a couple places sell them, and the ring sets for those, at least domestically, are about $200 for a whole set. So that was, once I started looking that up, I kind of threw up in my mouth a little bit and discussed it with myself. Rimmers doesn't carry them in stock, but they can get them, and they after the exchange rate and all, that's going to run me about $150, $160, not including shipping. So that's probably who I'm going to go with. That's who I bought the pistons from originally. So I'll be absolutely sure that they're the right ones. Like I said, you can get them in the States. Moss has them, though Moss is more expensive than anybody else, as they normally are. British Parts Northwest has them, and then a place called TSI Automotive, which is kind of a smaller, more performance-based parts house. They have them. They run about $200 from those guys. I did reach out to them to see if they had a broken set or something hanging around, and they'd be willing to part out a set for me. And unfortunately, they don't. So I'll probably give Rimmer a call in the morning and get a set on its way. So hopefully to move me down the path. But hey, at least I'll have a bunch of spares now. But here's a quick little video, and as it happened, you might just be able to catch the chunk of ring falling out the bottom of the frame. So let me reiterate, if I haven't said it lately, everything I'm doing with this car, a lot of this stuff is the first time for me. I've little experience restoring cars, a little bit more on the mechanical side, but not a whole lot. So the things that I do seem to make sense in the moment, and more times than not, I'll admit they do work out, and it goes pretty well. But what you don't know is how much of that is actual luck, and how much of that is actually, you know, that's the right way to do that. Obviously, in this case with the piston rings, it wasn't the right way to do it. I got caught, and I'm going to literally pay for it. It's going to hurt the back pocket a little bit, but just remember, because I'm getting away with it or doing it and it seems to be working, doesn't mean that that's the best way to do it, most efficient, least expensive, whatever. I think you guys know that, but I just feel compelled to reiterate that so that there's no misunderstanding. So anyway, we'll get a set of piston rings here, hopefully ordered up, get them in and not have that happen again, and we'll move on. So thanks for watching. Cheers.